by your side. There's no stopping you.
And they succeed, even though the society is still full of war, and arguably silly wars, as everybody
You were supposed to destroy the games, not join them.
argues what they should call
I know
society,
precisely when it's going to be
but
Master.
they did get
You'll
rid
never
of
pull him back
religion.
after no time around.
However, after Carson goes to the future, long story, watch the episode for context, he tries to get back in time by calling Janet before he reveals to Dawkins.
Exchange operation. Uh-oh. You're a man? Not anymore, I've been fixed.
Dang, low blue, Dawkins.
Common
Really
War.
ironic your name is a longer version of
We cannot
something.
expect leaving
And
churches
I can kind of understand this more than Brian and Ida. Ida did not tell Brian anything, likely because either she was drunk in a sort of tempest of emotions, or she assumed it was going to be a one-time thing. I think she still should have said something, but the point is, Garrison's actions were probably way worse, because she lied to Richard, knowing he was probably not going to be too keen about her gender identity.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Garrison has passed away. Mrs. Garrison is the only person here, and she's rather tied up at the moment.
Still, I said it before, and I'll say it again, South Park is so freaking prophetic. Speaking of, remember how I just said Janet changes her mind constantly?
You've never been anything but
never fails.
You're taking that egg, and if you break it again,
Do
I'll
not
break
let
off your
the
legs
gods
and burn down your house. You hear me?
Well, follow that egg
job.
also happens. Oh, that's why you were referencing eggs? Actually, no. It was a Happy Gilmore coincidence. Mrs. Garrison is doing one of those take care of an egg projects, which I never had to do. Inner city education.
You must care for and look after this egg just like a baby.
Not
If you
like
break
a
your
baby,
egg,
right?
it means you have a
We
dead
always
baby.
get this.
And if you kill your baby, you get an egg.
Just saying, I went to 8th grade with 100 girls, and 10 of them got pregnant after we graduated. We already had experience being mothers. However, this makes her remember the love she had with Mr. Slave. Remember, broke up with her for transitioning, which, I hate to say it, but I don't think they were exactly dating. They were more like Blitz and Stolas if they lived together. As in, they do the nasty, but they don't attach labels or file for health insurance or taxes or that stuff. Still, if Janet is the Stolas in this situation, it could explain her romanticized viewpoint of everything. She decides to allow Mr. Slave to take her back.
Well, wait, it gets better. I'm forgiving you for walking out on me, and I'm ready to take you back, Mr. Slave.
Kind of reminds me of Hedwig and her husband. Too bad that he is both happily dating Big Gay Al, and they are engaged to be engaged.
Mr. Garrison, there's something you should know. Al and I are getting married.
Married?
Yes, I just said that, Janet. What is with you and not listening when I give commentary? The governor is going to sign a bill to allow gay marriage to proceed in the state of Colorado. And to celebrate, they were going to marry shortly after it went into effect.
Oh my God, you're just saying that because you're jealous.
Jealous of what? I'm doing this out of principle, to protect the sanctity of marriage.
Out of jealousy, this causes Janet to regress back to that right-wing side of her and campaign on behalf of banning gay marriage. Just to show you how out there she is,
A well-organized pack
is
my
special.
Shall we
Gay
discuss
marriage,
tactics now or
especially
later?
on the basis of religion, thinks she's going way too far.
The living hell out of them. Come on, everybody. Let's get some water and some tribes and have us a good old-fashioned
There was a rumor whispered among pawns that I hunt.
No, against her better judgment, she files a petition and goes to appeal to the governor, who doesn't know what to do, mostly because his one compromise did not work.
Will have all the exact same rights as married couples. But instead of referring
Let's
to
get
them as
doing business.
married, you can be buddies.
Wonder why.
You think kids can be raised by couples? I can't use that argument. There's never been a study done which proves that either way.
She decides to give him that study by switching around the eggs and observing the egg cared for by the boys, not the girls, because per Colorado's elected official,
Like anyone cares about fish.
I do. I like fish. Of course,
Well,
eggs don't
we
explode
soon
or
get
scramble
just a
or
cheap
crack.
little
That
old
happened
girl,
in the face of Janet's taunting.
Look at the freak egg. It has two daddies. Two daddies. Two daddies. Come on, class. Let's rip on the freak egg. Two daddies.
Soon she has to resort to drastic measures before the eggs are due to be presented to the governor at what Janet calls
Our scientific, non-biased study of plants having kids.
She goes to an assassin.
What do you expect me to do? I don't care. Scramble it, fry it, do what you will. It has to look like an accident.
Dude, you don't even need explosives or guns. I guess it is nice to see somebody dedicated to the job. Because they don't have a lot of time, stuff happens and the egg is saved. Meaning Janet loses, but progress happens.
Boys, I'm really proud of you. You've done an amazing thing for gay marriage rights.
Then we get a finale in the form of a mouse. Yes, it's a mouse. Janet has been regretting her recent life choices.
My whole life has just been one big screw-up, you know? This change was a big mistake.
I'll
Okay.
pass
This
me
entire
some
video
my
in a
strength.
nutshell.
And then
Did I see this person on Oprah? She's a woman, but then she got a change, became a man, but then she got pregnant as having a baby, which means she's still a woman all along.
Well, the thing is, that person is still a man because pregnant or not, said person
So
good,
comes
so,
being
yeah,
pregnant
I think.
not for traditional means but IVF because his wife wasn't fertile. It's an interesting yet somewhat tragic story. I totally recommend you to look it up, especially the aftermath. Speaking of Janet, are we ever really going to figure out why you transitioned?
A lot of painkillers at the time, and I thought it was what I wanted.
I guess that explains it. Unfortunately, Janet cannot get the surgery. First, it much down their damage. However, she finds healing and stable. But before able to do surgery, till then, she does so well. Just in her issues are the children. Sent to a sole person. At home, Jane sees culture for stem cell research, which can make functioning body parts out of mice. Well, mostly stuff like ears and noses, because Kenny really did die for nothing but a trap is true. It escapes. Really, there is nothing major to talk about here, except for some close department, but that has nothing to do with this video. At the end of the episode, everyone seems lost. They have like 10 things to say to them.
Wait, hang on a second. My wife had ovarian cancer. She can't have babies. Well, then get an AIDS test, Thompson, because your wife's a dude.
It's kind of funny this is like the one thing PC Principal brought up. Not that Garrison transitioned for silly reasons, but just this.
A teacher
With
with
all
women's
the-
wounds should get an AIDS test. Oh, I was a lesbian then.
Well, guys, that was Janet. Final. Damn it, Janet. Part of me is kind of like Janet. A lot of what happened is totally in character for Garrison, who as a whole isn't versed on any kind of issue affecting his communities. But another part of me is why Janet was suicide, and that maybe she doesn't deserve impact she had. 2000s was an especially difficult time for trans acceptance. Trans characters were almost always the punchlines, and in real life, trans people had to hide their identities or be labeled as disgusting or immoral. TV should have been an outlet to help with acceptance, but 9 times out of 10, it just kept putting out a lot of misinformation. Newspapers have been saying, Janet was a big piece of news for romantic. So Janet there was a lot of stuff that needed to go into that. Because we could have prevented her in time. We're getting the challenges there. It's not gets for the results now, right? Sissy and Garrison used this work to provide advice to the teachers about cis versus trans cisgender. Thank you, Garrison. Video. Subscribe to her channel. She's very informative, and she often takes a look at trans episodes. Lily, what's a takeaway from non-trans viewers to know? And what do you think about trans viewers now?
As far as a takeaway that I think non-trans viewers can have here, I would say that it's about trying to make satire that trans people can enjoy around them. Now, it might seem like it's impossible, but it can totally be done. Trans comedians do it all the time. It's just about playing to understand the way of doing the jokes that doesn't rely upon the same old tired stereotypes that attempt to negotiate and do something. Intentions of trans show these produce imagery and addresses. That's what we've done. So interesting. Here's that relevant. It's the case of this. This person gets to death. It's not like just to create just say is they did YouTube channel. You don't see me on friends. Years.
I am safe. Thank you. This is generally used as a material.
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
we'll find a purpose for it
in
in
due
due
time.
time.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.